Hello, hi, and welcome to EmpathicFire. I am your reader, Jay. This is going to be a birthday reading for the sign of Gemini. What is going on, Gemini? How are you guys doing? I hope that you are doing well, my friends. All right. As I just stated, as the title of the video shows, as the thumbnail shows you guys, happy birthday, Gemini. How are you? Are you going to have a good one? Are you guys like going to be free and able to go about and celebrate at this time here in May, June 2020? There's still a global pandemic kind of, dealing that we're all dealing with here. So regardless of that, I hope you guys are able to celebrate your solar returns. I hope you're able to be with friends and family in a safe, healthy, and happy manner. I just actually did a message for you guys yesterday for your end of May messages, or excuse me, your mid-May messages in May 2020. And there was some concern about, going a little bit hog wild. We'll see what the cards say today for you guys, since again, this is more for your birthday season. So the messages that you'll see today will run for the time period between May 21st and June 20th. That is Gemini season thereabouts. So again, I wish you guys well at this time and beyond, and I hope you're able to celebrate. And if you are celebrating, again, just, exercise some caution, be weary of other people who might go a little hog wild and, anyway, I'm not going to say anything. Gemini, I do this once a year for all of the signs, so you're up next. Timestamps are in the description box if you want to jump ahead to when the reading starts. Also down there, you're going to find the information you need if you want to get a personal reading with me. If you have questions before you place an order, just go ahead and email me at the same address and I'll answer you just the same. Or excuse me, as soon as I can. I don't know why I keep saying just the same. I've said that a couple times. Anyway, and also you're going to see the link for my Instagram down there if you're interested in following me. That name is EmpathicFire Tarot. I'll probably pop something right about there so you can see it again on screen just in case you missed it. And that is about it, my friends. Oh no, that's not it. That's not it. Guys, I'm going to be going live for you guys because that's another thing that I do for each sign during their birthday season. I'll be going live for you probably on June 13th. That's a Saturday. Probably will be at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So wherever you are locally in the world, if you're able to be awake at that time and you want to get an answer to one of your questions via my tarot decks, I'd be happy to help you with that. I'd be happy to do that work for you. So again, June 13th, mark it in your calendars. That is when Jay will go live for you guys. And it's probably going to be at 7 p.m. If I have to change the time or the date, it will be updated on my community tab here on YouTube. And I'll also make an announcement on Instagram as well, okay? All right, Gemini, let's get into it. I want to see some birthday messages for Gemini between May 21st and June 20th, Gemini season. Messages and energies for Gemini at this time period, or in that time period, please. Why, in the pre-shuffle, like this was like very chunky and it's still doing it. Like, I don't know what that means for you energetically. We'll find out. All right, let's see. Yes, good. Thank you. All right, Gemini, let's see what pops out for you. Gemini, birthday season, please show me. Okay. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No bottom of the deck. We'll have an oracle at the end. And let's see what came out for you. Queen of Wands reversed, Temperance, 9 of Cups, that's good. 3 of Swords, 7 of Wands, and Justice. Okay. A lot of fire. A lot of, like, robust colors, like oranges and reds, I see. A little bit of yellow, too. All right. Here we go. All right, Gemini, thank you. I don't know why. I honestly almost said Capricorn. So if you are connected with a Capricorn, maybe that's a sign for you or a synchronicity. But Gemini, my friend, the dear old twins, let's go. Guys, coming into your birthday period, you come in, or your birthday reading, I should say, you come in with the Queen of Wands in reverse. This initial position is indicating what's predating or coming before your birthday period, so everything before the end of May, this is an energy that is likely familiar to you, or it's representing a situation or a person that you're familiar with already. It might be something that helps you, it might be something that hinders you, but let's figure it out, okay? So Queen of Wands in reverse, fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. You could be dealing with a fire sign or not at all. If so, I think you might not be on good terms with this person, regardless of what sign they are, if this is an external person. Because when the Queen of Wands is in a reverse position, she's not somebody that you want like to be around. You're clearly on this person's bad side. It doesn't have to be a female, even though it's a queen, okay? This person, just so you can see her a little clearer for those who aren't familiar, this is what she looks like. The Queen of Wands in the reverse is pretty irate, pretty agitated. Not a nice customer, not a happy camper. Somebody who who feels slighted, who feels insulted, who feels as if they've been treated poorly in a situation, or they've been taken advantage of, or, you know, they could just straight up be a bitch. You know, that's their perception, whoever this is. It could be you, could be someone else. Take it with a grain of salt. Even though this is your birthday message, keep in mind it is still very general because it's speaking to a group of people. So this person either feels that they've been treated poorly or they're treating other people poorly. And those don't have to be mutually exclusive. Like, because some, you know, a lot of people do that. If you're going to treat me like crap, I'm going to treat you like crap. Or if people are going to be mean to me, I'm going to be mean to them. If people are going to be disrespectful to me, I'm going to be disrespectful to them. So when the Queen of Wands is in the reverse position, we're seeing someone who's in a tit for tat mindset. Not very mature, even though this person is at a queen status. When we talk about hierarchies in the court cards in tarot, you've got pages, knights, queens, and kings, right? In my estimation, the queens and the kings are both masters of their suit. They've elevated to that top tier level. So there's this expectation of maturity when you talk about a queen or a king. However, again, because of the reverse position, this person is acting out of character. They're acting out of their station, so to speak. So where you would expect a person of a certain age, of a certain stature, of a certain position in life, a position in a company, a position in leadership, what have you, this person actually doesn't act according to the decorum, right? So it's you or someone else, take your pick. Again, this person, if they are external to you and in contention with you, you know them intimately. Some of you, this could be a romantic partner, an ex, someone you're still dating, someone who's the father or the mother of your children, what have you. Or if you know them intimately, minus the sexual part, platonically, but also intimately, right? This could be a family member of yours, and this is a side of them that you're familiar with. They might not be like this all the time, but as of recent, they've been like this. They've been quite irritable and really just like hell on wheels to deal with. I get the sense that it's really petty. It's really tit for tat energy. It's like, because I've been scorned, I'm going to demolish the entire world, you know. And again, like this energy of being petty over something that for you or other people may have been like so small, like it's not that big a deal. It was a big a deal to the Queen of Swords, or excuse me, the Queen of Wands in reverse. So this person is showing their wrathful side, their vengeful side, their looking for revenge, basically. And it's really crappy because this person is powerful. The Queen of Wands in general, again, queens and kings are the masters of their suit. So this person is very creative. This person is very much a go-getter, very proactive in their life. They might be physically fit, very athletic. They have all these wonderful capabilities, but they're letting their ego, their pride, their if I'm honest, their small-mindedness in some instances get the better of them. And so where, again, you would expect someone of this person's stature, their title, because of how you've known them before, that they would rise above it. They absolutely haven't. They've dived straight down to a level that's beneath them. They've sunken to some level, and it's just like unfortunate. Now, if that's you I'm talking about, take it with a grain of salt. You know, I encourage people to grow. I encourage people to be accountable and authentic to who they are, the good, the bad, and the ugly, right? So, yeah, wow. I don't know why this person is like this. I think if you understand who this is, you understand why they're like this or what made them, kind of go off this path, or go off on this tangent. Like, I do get the sense that in some of the cases, this Queen of Wands is ranting and raving or making a big deal out of nothing. Like, won't let something go, could be holding a grudge. Yeah? Not letting something go, not letting something just, like, this person doesn't forget. They hardly forgive, and they sure as hell are not forgetting. So there's like this, this person is better than that, or they could be better than that, but they're not. So that is unfortunate. Now, your second position, you can consider this sort of your present moment. Because again, this Queen of Swords is like what you're familiar with before your birthday period. The second position is basically encompassing everything that you, well, not everything, but it's the biggest chunk of what you can expect in the midst of your birthday season. So again, this late May period to late June period. And you have the Temperance card. Major Arcana 4, Sagittarius. So that's twice for fire because again, Queen of Wands represents all the fire signs, and then you have Sagittarius here. So if you guys are hooking up with, or in some way you're connected with a Sagittarius, that could be extra confirmation, but it doesn't have to be. Anyway, Temperance. So here we go. Let's put some things back into perspective here. Let's find some balance between these very opposing forces. You see the woman here, she's balancing these cups, or she's mixing the energies between these two cups, fire and water. Fire and water are not opposites on the zodiac wheel because the opposites are of the same modality or of the same quality. So the masculines match with masculines and the feminines match with feminines. So basically a cup, the opposite on the astrological wheel, a cup or water would be opposite of another feminine sign, which is a pentacle or an earth sign. Yeah. But as far as elementals, as far as like qualities, fire is blazing. Fire is hot. Fire can destroy viciously and it burns and it singes and it's painful. Water can be destructive too, but in opposition of fire would be soothing, cooling, dousing. It removes that burn from a fire, right? If something is on fire, what do we normally do? We normally rush to, going back to like middle school safety for me, not all fires are put out with water, but that's kind of the basis of it. You know what I mean? So with Temperance, you're seeing these two opposing energies, these two polarized elements, fire and water, having to be negotiated between or combined in a certain way as to not overpower the other, right? Because if you add enough fire to water, it evaporates it. You add enough water to fire and it douses it, it extinguishes it, right? So you want something that takes the best of both and utilizes it for something. Now, I'm getting the sense that this is like a creation energy. In other instances, Temperance asks for healing and patience and measured effort, right? And that's here. And the time to heal. And that's here too. But I'm actually getting, this is like a project. This is like something that needs to like get off the ground. It might be in terms of working with this Queen of Wands person and having to kind of toe the line because this person is so temperamental. That might be what you're trying to balance. That might be what you're trying to, again, blend these mismatched energies or these opposing energies, It's not that you want to completely get rid of this person. In many of your cases, this person is not removable, quote unquote, removable from your life, Gemini. It feels as though this is like a family member or a longtime friend or a business partner or someone of significance. Again, it could be you. And this is how other people are viewing you. Regardless, I think that they have a place of permanence or a slightly permanent place in your life. It could be your, the mother or the father of your children. You might not be with them romantically anymore, but because you have brought children into this world and you've agreed to co-parent or whatever it is, they're always going to be there. And at this moment, they might not be the easiest person to negotiate with, right? And that's kind of what you're going to be spending a good portion of your birthday period doing: compromise, negotiation, finding a way to create some new sense of stability or normalcy in the situation, right? Where things before, in the recent past, they may have been quite topsy-turvy. Now it's like, okay, let's reset. Let's all go back to the drawing board here. Let's, all calm down, give it some time. Again, that element of temperance can include time. Let's let it, let's let things rest a little bit. You might have had an argument going, on your birthday, and God forbid, I hope it doesn't happen. But for some of you, that could have been the kickstart to something in the middle of a celebration. In the middle of something that's supposed to be very harmonious and happy, somebody cops an attitude. And after that, and I told you, like, this person over here, whoever it is, it feels like they're being petty. And it feels like, given the decorum, the atmosphere, this person shouldn't be how they're being, but they are. They're being extra, they're just being extra. And it's just like, why? In the middle of this celebration for my birthday, or, our mutual friend Gemini's birthday, or whatever, or you're throwing a tantrum at your own party, whatever. And it's just like, that's uncalled for. And because of that uncalled for reaction or behavior, now we have to take a break. Now everybody has to cool off, or everybody has to, treat this person with kid gloves, because you don't want to make it worse. So this Temperance card is sort of like, a band-aid or a fix-it energy. How can we fix this, right? So the answer seems to be just, back off a little bit. Don't overpower this person, or don't come to this person, shaking the finger. Now, just a minute there, Queen of Wands. Why are you, that's not going to get you what you want, because this person is fired up. This person over here, male, female, I don't care who they are, your mother, your father, your brother, your sister, your dog, I don't care who it is. They are fired up, and they're not really in the correct headspace to be compromising. They're in a mood, they're in a funk, they're in a wrathful rage, whatever. This person is like inconsolable. So I don't know what exactly you need to do, or whoever needs to do something here. I don't know what the exact action is, but the name of the game is to find resolution, to find a calm, neutral energy, to reset everything, to make sure that everybody is heard and understood and feels validated. And, you might be playing peacekeeper in the middle of your birthday season. If Gemini, you're on all sides of this, so please take your pick. You know your life better than I do anyway. But you might be playing peacekeeper in the middle of your own birthday party, in the middle of your own birthday celebration, in the middle of, you just decided to book yourself a day at the spa, but then you get a call from your cousin, or a call from your daughter, a call from your husband, or whoever, and they're going off because of something that happened that has nothing to do with you. But you have to pull yourself out of your tranquil energy, your energy of trying to treat yourself nicely in the middle of a pandemic after you've been stressed for months and months, and you're just trying to get back to being yourself, or treating yourself to a nice day off. And in the middle of your day off, you're dragged into some bullshit. That's what that feels like. For some of you, not all of you. Okay? Your third position out here for your birthday reading, Gemini. If you can't tell, there's a little bit of a rhyme here. So past, present, and future, right? So this is what you can look forward to coming out of your birthday period, what you are hoping for, what you are expecting, or just something like a reprieve, or something that results in what we've talked about previous. So 9 of Cups. So hopefully you and other people involved, but you're the person that I'm addressing, Gemini. So I would hope it's you. We'll see a wish come true. Yeah, 9 of Cups is the wish come true card. You've put in work, you've put in cosmic order. Some of you, if this has to do with a spiritual, I want to say a spiritual situation, you know what I mean? Because I'm getting the sense that this Queen of Wands, I keep coming back to this person. They're very powerful. They might be incredibly toxic. And even though you might not be able to ever get rid of them permanently, you might create some distance between this person with the Temperance card. Yeah. So again, What the hell? I had a hair in my mouth. Excuse me. Yeah, you might not ever truly be free of that person totally, but as a co-parent, as your one of your parents or another relative of yours, there is like this deep connection with this person, but you might be able to find some type of safety. Maybe safety is not the best word. Just like there's a certain boundary that you might create or that might be created in the situation overall that allows you to have a little bit of peace of mind, that allows you a little bit of a reprieve, a little bit of a, sigh of relief. You know what I mean? So Nine of Cups. I don't know what you would be wishing for in relation to this entire situation, or it could be, unrelated at that. But I get the sense that this Nine of Cups sees you with a pretty significant victory, Gemini. Some of you, this is like a wish for travel, or and some of you, this is a wish for like better fortune or better opportunities. It's very specific to further goals or further experiences. I don't think like the end all be all is this Nine of Cups, but I think it's more like something turns in your favor. Yeah. So you might be looking to travel, and then once you travel, you might, you know, just experience a great time, after all of this stress, the vacation or the time away from home. So it's like really pivotal to you, and you come back feeling refreshed. You come back with a new perspective. Maybe you go, like I said, some of you could be going on like a spiritual retreat, because you do have wands and you have temperance, and I see you have more wands up there. So wands in general can talk to some type of needing to get centered, or feeling things from a very central place in your spirit, in your body. Yeah, something like that. What else with this? Yeah, some of you, like I said, this person becoming irate happens before your birthday period. Maybe you take a break from them. Maybe this is a friend who, again, is like just so extra, so much drama with this person, and like you're like, you know what? I'm not even gonna mess with you. It's my time to celebrate me. Maybe there's a friends trip that was planned. Maybe there's a family gathering that's planned to celebrate you, or you're doing all this stuff and you're planning for it. And so maybe temporarily you take a break, again, temporarily take a break, possibly. And then you kind of are looking back on your own birthday celebration thinking, even though I love my Aunt Susan, she can be a handful. And even though it was dramatic for me to say, you know what, you're disinvited or you're uninvited from my party, or you're uninvited from the family vacation, or she uninvited herself. The Queen of Wands would do that, to like cut her own nose to spite her face. Absolutely. Oh, well, you guys are going to say all this bad stuff about me. I might as well just not I might as well not go. And I'm just going to get a refund for my plane ticket, and like making a big deal out of it. And everybody's like secretly like, okay, good, fine. Don't come. Don't come. And if this person doesn't show up to the, yearly reunion where you all go to Disneyland or whatever the hell you're doing, you're kind of like, yeah, thank you. Thank you for, sparing all of us from your dramatic bullshit. What a wish come true. Isn't that like one of the things that Disney does? A dream that you wish. What is that? From Pinocchio or something? A dream is a wish your heart makes. That's perfect. We don't want Aunt Susan to come. She's a little bit dramatic. She's a little bit up her own ass right now. She's being quite the bitch, and she doesn't want to come. Let her not come. Gemini's like, cool. I didn't want all that drama anyway. It sucks that every year we go to this place and it's my birthday and I got to deal with, you know what I mean? So I don't know what's going on, the specifics, because I think it's family stuff, it's business stuff, it's public, not public personas, but like there's something about this person has a title in some cases. This person is like the leader of something. They could be like a business owner. They could be like a counselor or like a teacher or something like that. Like, Dr. So-and-so of this actually is acting like an ass. And it's just like, you're a trained professional. You're supposed to be above all this, but you're not. And if you create distance from this person, or you get a little bit of a break from this person, I think you're going to feel really relieved. So coming out of your birthday period, you may have spent several weeks, you may spend a couple of months not speaking to this person. And you're kind of like, that's cool with me. That's cool with me. You might miss them, sure, because I think, again, with family and friends, I'm not sensing a full break. It's just like, in this moment, this person is being so tumultuous, so dramatic, so draining. And it's just like, I don't want to deal with that. They don't want to deal with me, fine. I don't want to deal with them either. It's like, I don't know. So, your fourth position, Gemini, you could consider this your first gift or your first present. It's what you've asked for, wished for, what's coming to you, what are you being rewarded with. Now, some of you are like, what the hell? How could that be? Because it's the Three of Swords. Who would ask for that, Jay? Who would wish for that on their birthday? Nobody, but here's what's coming in. This is tarot. You don't always get what it's like anytime you like open up a gift, and it's like, I asked for the latest and greatest in technology, and here comes, Aunt Aunt Gertrude or whoever, and she's giving me, a bunch of socks. I didn't want socks, So even though you may not have asked for this, this is what's coming in as a quote unquote gift or present. Take it with a grain of salt. Now, Three of Swords. I don't sense this being like third party situation, not in the way that I think most people would interpret it or immediately jump to. When we talk about third party situation in tarot, a lot of times we're thinking about, lies and cheating and adultery in a romantic situation. I'm not seeing that here at all, really. If you want to put it in because it's your situation, you would know more than I do anyway, okay? But I will say that it could be a third-party situation in that there could be, nasty, acidic, biting, what's that, burning? Thank you. I fucked with my tongue just now. I'm sorry for that. Anyway, like my tongue feels like, it's uncomfortable. So there could be bad information, bad chatter involved here. And that could be what is causing the heartbreak, the heartache that we normally associate with the Three of Swords. I mean, it's pretty obvious with this artwork. You've got a heart pierced by 3 different swords. So this could be fighting amongst brothers and sisters, and it's hurting the heart of your parents. It's hurting the heart of the family. We could have disagreements amongst a circle of friends where, half of the group agrees with you and half of the group agrees with the other side. And it's just like this tension. I don't want to say gossip, but certainly if people are speaking, they might be speaking harsh truths to each other, where you thought someone may have always been on your side or been a friend to you or never had a bad word to say about you. Oh no, they got plenty of bad words to say about you, and maybe you them. You know what I mean? So I get the sense that there is this feeling of betrayal, or you never had my back, or you never really meant those things you said anyway. And again, the way I designed this reading was that all the cards would eventually touch each other and they kind of feed into each other. So this Three of Swords feeds back to the Queen of Wands in reverse, our star dramatist right here, the diva of the hour, right? And then also to the Temperance card. So there have been bad words, bad blood, or not so great conversations between this Queen of Wands and whoever is represented in the Temperance card. Could be 2 people, could be multiple people, I don't know. Again, the specifics. But in terms of interaction, verbal communication, messages being sent back and forth, again, this harsh truths coming out. Maybe even some, talking out the other side of your face kind of shit, talking behind somebody's back. I don't want to call it gossip because to me, gossip is like, well, I heard from her and he heard from you and da-da-da. It's like that. I think it's more of like two-facedness, right? Oh, there you go. And that's kind of like one of the ways Gemini is described, as being two-faced, because you're represented by the twins. I'm not calling you two-faced, okay? Don't take it that way. But I get the sense that someone might say that about you. Like, oh, well, you know how that Gemini is. You know how they are, two-faced. And even if they don't, drag your zodiac into it, they just would say it about you, whatever your name is, insert name here, blank, how two-faced that person is. And so they feel, most likely Queen of Wands, or temperance person, I don't know what side you're on, but someone might say of you, hey, you know that person? Don't trust them. They're two-faced. Because I found out blah, 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 right? It's like a bunch of drama here. Total drama. And it's not in a way that I think it's totally unexpected. I think the timing is like the shittiest part for you, Gemini. I don't think that this is what you want to deal with in during your birthday season and thereafter. But again, this predates what's been going. This predates your birthday season. Whoever this is, whatever the situation is, whatever the drama is, it was coming in anyway. The timing is just crappy. Like you were hoping like, oh, well, maybe with less social distancing restrictions, maybe we could get back to doing some normal things. Maybe I could have a good time during my birthday season. Turns out there's still going to be some drama going on. Yeah. And remember, it touches the positions, or this card is touching the positions below. So before and during, you're going to be dealing with some crap. Yeah. Not really changing as we go over to your fifth position either, because the Seven of Wands is a defensive energy, right? It's a defensive posture. You see this guy standing in front of this doorway, guarding it with his life, possibly guarding it with his might, feeling this need to not let whoever's off frame from the card get any further. So this again, I think I did mention when I was talking about your Nine of Cups card. You might be putting up boundaries with whatever's going on over here, whoever's involved. I don't know how many people, I don't know who it is specifically, but you're just like, you know what? Forget all that. Because again, this is a gift. This is what's coming to you. This is what you've asked for, and this is what you will receive or be rewarded with, yeah? So, Seven of Wands. So now, maybe before you were a little permissible, Gemini. Maybe before you were a little bit flexible. Because again, it's going to touch Temperance, see? Touches Temperance and it touches Nine of Cups. So maybe for a while you've been trying to mend bridges, mend fences. You've been trying to compromise with people. And I think you might get to the point where you say, you know what, forget it. I've tried to be kind. I've tried to be understanding. I've tried to be compassionate. I've tried to compromise with you. I've tried to meet you in the middle, tried to understand your side of things. And it's just like every time I get burned, every time I have to end up, getting the short end of the stick, So eventually when you don't get that balance, that healthy exchange, like I talked about previously with the Temperance, trying to balance these two energies, these two qualities, fire and water, which can cancel each other out. You put too much fire, the water goes away. You put too much water, the fire goes away. You need something in the middle. And I feel some of you have tried to find that middle ground and it's been unsuccessful. And so because of that, you're like, well, I kind of have to draw the line here. I can't keep devoting myself to this task of trying to find a middle ground when it's each time I'm just going to end up in failure, or I'm ending up getting that short end of the stick. I end up hurting myself, or I end up getting hurt in the situation, yeah? Because it's on the same line as the Three of Swords. So we can't forget that at some point, even if you are not, walking the high ground completely, Gemini, if you are involved in a little bit of a, well, what I heard was this, or, well, he says all that, but actually this. If you've been involved in that, own it, okay? But at the same time, it doesn't mean that you don't want to find a resolution. And when you try to find a resolution, you might get caught up and you might be confronted with, well, if you really wanted things to work out between us, why did you say XYZ to ABC person? And you're like, you're right. You're right. I shouldn't have said those things, or, well, I said those things because I was emotional at the time and I felt really offended and blah, 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 blah. And it's just like, I feel like there's like this circle, or I feel like there's this repeated pattern of trying to make something work with a person or work with a particular attitude or a particular mood that a person gets in. And it's exhausting. You've been here before and now you're kind of like, screw it. I'm kind of done. Now, again, I don't think this is forever, because whoever this person is, family or friend, you've known them a long time, you care about them, they care about you. I don't feel like this is a love loss situation for the most part. You might lose a portion of that love. You might lose a portion of that trust with the Three of Swords and the Seven of Wands, right? You might, for those where it did apply, and again, I don't really feel this very strongly, but just as an example, let's say this was about a committed relationship, and let's say there was a third party situation, some cheating involved, right? With possibly a Queen of Wands, right? A Queen of Wands is a temptress. In the reverse, this is somebody whose morals are kind of like out the window, like, I don't care that you're married. Someone could be like, oh, I'm married, and da-da-da. This person's like, I don't care, I want you. Right? And eventually maybe one of the partners gives in, right? So the cheating happens. Again, just as an example, it's not the strongest message here, but if it applies to your situation, cool. Now that the cheating has happened and it's all come out and there's been all these arguments and we've tried to heal things, we've tried to go to counseling, we've tried to do whatever. Let's say it gets to the point where we're not gonna patch this up. This marriage is done. This marriage is completely donezo, right? We'll try to make things work for the kids, but you and I will never be together again. Okay? That's a Seven of Wands situation. That's that situation where it says, we've tried it this way and that way. Now here's the next way. No more. Boundaries are up. And I mentioned boundaries over here with the Nine of Cups. And again, the Seven of Wands does touch that Nine of Cups. So there's some kind of victory or wish fulfilled by putting up those boundaries, by saying we're not going to exceed past this point of, you know what I mean? Like, there's a stop sign here. There's a, no entry sign here. Do not enter here, right? So in terms of rekindling romance in a situation where there was infidelity, no way, not happening. That feels fair. That feels like a wish come true, or eventually leads to a wish come true, because in the interim, the feelings are complicated when you have emotions towards a person, whether it's a cheating scenario, whether it's your family, it doesn't matter. And you have this falling out, but you still care for the person. People talk, I'm a regular human being myself, and me and my friends talk about this all the time. Like, when is enough enough? Or when are those boundaries actually crossed? Why won't your heart let you forget that you were in love with that person, because your mind is like, no, we can't. There's something about the mind, or the logic of the situation might have to stifle the emotions in order for progress to be made. Something like that. But regardless, you're defending your position, Gemini. You're like, listen, here's what I want in this situation. Here's what I don't want. Here's what I'm willing to do. And here's what I'm absolutely not willing to do. Take it or leave it. It's kind of like a take it or leave it energy. Now, to finish off your reading, at the top of your little tier here, which mimics a cake, we usually put a candle at the top, right? And what do we do with the candle? We make a wish. So what are you wishing for? Deep down, deep down, possibly in your subconscious, you're wishing for justice. Kind of in line with what I was just talking about. Wasn't even looking down there, and I'm like, oh yeah, I just talked about this. So I guess it was fitting that I took it to the marriage analogy. Justice, in terms of tarot, can represent marriages and divorces, right? We could be talking about a union coming together, but often in tarot we're talking about a marriage or a commitment that comes to an end when we see justice, especially, again, since this card is touching the Three of Swords and the Seven of Wands. This is probably the finalization of a divorce for some of you, not all of you. Or, like I said, it's changing the closeness of a relationship, period. In some form or fashion, maybe you're divorcing a friend of yours that you've known since high school, that you've known since college, that, you could be divorcing a business partner, whatever. Regardless, I feel that this is like, at the end of the day, you just want things to be fair and balanced, Gemini. This is major arcana for Libra, by the way, so you could be dealing with a Libra, but you don't have to be. You want things to be fair and balanced. You want things to be justified, or for things to come out fair in your favor, but actually some of you are like super sensitive or super caring towards whoever you're dealing with on the opposite side, on at the other, table in the courtroom, right? And I feel that you don't want any bad things to happen to them either. Overall, let's just make things as copacetic as possible. Kind of going back to that the temperance card at the bottom. You see the two scales, how equal they are. Neither one outweighs the other. Yeah. There's equal balance between the light that she holds in her hands and how they both shoot down to that metallic sun at the bottom there. It's like precision. Like legit 50-50. And maybe that's what you come to agree to in terms of co-parenting. Let's go 50-50. You and me and the kids, 50-50. 2 weeks with me, 2 weeks with you. And you do that 12 times a year. Or for each month of the year, what have you. Maybe you go on, every other year with the holidays. Every other year they're with me for Christmas, and next year they'll be with you for Christmas. Like right down the middle. Yeah. Because like I said, the artwork here, you see the two sides of the scale. They're absolutely balanced. It kind of mimics the unbalanced or the seeking of balance between the two cups of the temperance earlier, right? And right down the middle is something that I just said. And what do you see on the table? The justice card is right down the middle, or the temperance card is right down the middle from the justice card. So you want things to be absolutely equal, absolutely fair, which is kind of part of your archetype and Libra's. You are both signs of duality. You can be on the extremes, but when I think Libras and Geminis and Pisces and other signs of duality, maybe like Virgo can sometimes be a sign of duality. But those three are the biggest examples. I feel they're in their highest vibe when you master your duality, when you master your extremes. You could be totally sappy, or you could be a complete piece of work and feel nothing. You see what I mean? Like, you know yourselves, Gemini, most of you. You guys know yourselves better than I do. I think you guys are, you know when to turn it on and you know when to turn it off. And I think in this particular case, you need both. You don't want to be completely relegated to the whims and wishes of someone else. And you also don't want to rule over the situation like a tyrant. The way to get what you wish or what you're wishing for is something completely equal, which is hard to do, especially if we go all the way back here and we're dealing with this person who is a mess. Yeah? So let's jump over and get you an oracle card, and then we're going to wrap up your birthday reading, my friend. So let's see. Oracle message for Gemini during their birthday season. Please show me. Oracle message for Gemini during their birthday season. Please show me. Ooh, between two. Alright, magical spell cards. Oh. Alright, let's see. And guys, please remember to watch all your other readings here. So your May messages, mid-Mays, and your Junes that are coming up. If you missed the announcement at the beginning, again, I will go live for Gemini on June 13th here on the channel. 7 p.m. Eastern, that is the tentative time and date. If it changes, look out for announcements on the community tab or on Instagram, okay? Oracle message for Gemini during their birthday period, please show me. Oracle message for Gemini during their birthday period, please show me. Whoa. I can't wait to get a new table. I can't wait. Last one, thank you. All right, here we go. Gemini, oracle message during their birthday period, please show me. Message for Gemini in their birthday period. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, we're not going to take what fell to the floor. We're going to take what came here on the desk. Best possible decision. I'm just curious. Where did it go? Oh, it's right there. Hold on. I'm not going to take this, but I do want to see what it is. Magical powers. Yeah, I just in the name alone, I'm not really feeling that. But I'll read it for you just to humor you. If you have this deck, it's card 24. I weave and clear, I cast and know, magic secrets to me now show. Yeah, I'm not, no. Thank you, guides. They're like the one on the table. 18. Best possible decision. Artemis, goddess of the bow, help me see what must be known. Or the bow? No, bow, known. It's one of those English words. It could be bow, but it's actually bow. Here we go. Add that together. 1 and 8 is a 9 for those who follow the numerology of things. Sometimes in life, we souls in human form are presented with a path that does not simply fork, but branches off in many different directions, where nothing seems clear and each route has its wonders and its woes. Decisions may seem valid in the moment and even imperative to make, yet we need to ask if they are truly in keeping with the wishes of our authentic self. This is truly when this spell is help sent straight from the universe to you. Via the magic of this spell, the universe will offer you guidance, even show you which decision would be best for you to make under the current circumstances. Do not seek to know the ultimate outcome. The ways of the universe are mysterious. Stepping into your future with faith and confidence will create wonderful experiences and the very best lessons along the way. If this spell card magically chose you, you will soon have divine aid regarding the important decision you are about to make. Take a deep breath and work with this magic. You are being given the energetic solution to life's muddles, unclear thoughts, and the seesawing of your mind. Soon you will be clear, direct, and, like an arrow from the bow of the goddess Artemis, straight and true. If you chose this spell, you already know there is a new road to walk or chance to take, but there are several options before you. What will the answer be? If you are afraid of making a decision because you are afraid of making a mistake, this spell can help give you the resolve to take action. Be heartened by the guidance this spell will offer you and go slowly on your new path. Great change can truly take place in the pauses between each breath, when we act with clarity and true direction. This spell will offer you all this and much more. All right. There's a whole spell in here. I will show it to the camera if you want to do the spell. That's up to you. So you can pause it, read that, do the incantation. All right. Yeah, that kind of, oh, there's actually more. My bad. There's a little extra here on the other page. My bad. Okay. Gemini, that kind of makes sense because, I think you've been dealing with a person or some energies that have been very volatile and very discombobulating for you. It's been very hard to get to a resolution. And along the way, you might have to make certain choices, like I said, creating boundaries that might not feel good in the moment, might feel kind of extreme or reactionary in the moment. However, if you feel guided, as the oracle card suggests, if you feel guided by the universe, by your spirit guides, by your personal Lord and Savior, whatever you believe in or don't believe in, I think you're making the right decision, okay? All right, Gemini, that is your reading for your birthday season. If you liked it, go ahead and hit the like button for me. If you want to leave a comment, let me know how this resonated. That'd be super cool. Feel free to share the video and subscribe to the channel if you want to help a girl out. I continue to meet new clients and the crew around here continues to grow, and so I'm enjoying that experience. If you want to support the channel in any and all of those ways, that'd be great. Gemini, for this particular reading, I'll see you in 2021, but you do have to look forward to your June messages and your mid-Junes coming up. Again, the live is on June 13th here in 2020 at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard. If you're free, if you've got time, go on and show up here on the channel, and I'll answer your tarot questions live here in the flesh, okay? If you want that personal reading, you can find the instructions down in the description box, and that name on Instagram, again, is EmpathicFire Tarot, all right? Okay, Gemini, I thank you guys so much for watching this video. Have a wonderful birthday period. I'll speak to you soon. Take care.